Hello. We are Troop 5448. These past few months have given us a lot to think about.
And a lot to say.
It's given us a deeper understanding of one another.
Who we are and who we can be.
Who we have the choice to be.
In understanding each other and what we stand for comes a sense of community.
An unbreakable sense of unity.
In standing together, we ensure everyone's voice is heard.
That no one is alone.
No true change has ever come from silence or complacency.
We must always take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented.
Don't bother just to be better than your contemporaries or predecessors. Try to be better than yourself.
Albert Pike said, "What we do for ourselves dies with us, but what we do for others and the world remains and is immortal."
George Orwell said, "In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act."
It is during our darkest moment that we must focus to see the light.
It has been said time heals all wounds. I do not agree. The wound remains. In time, the mind protecting sanity covers them with scar tissue and the pain lessens, but it is never gone. Rose Kennedy.
Professor Khalil Gibran wrote, "Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars."
We can learn to see each other and see ourselves in each other and recognize that human beings are more alike than we are unalike. Maya Angelou.
Helen Keller once said, "Although the world is full of suffering, it is full also of the overcoming of it."
Plato wrote, "We can easily forgive a child who's afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light."
Playwright Eugene Ionesco said, "Ideology separates us. Dreams and anguish bring us together."
Robert Kennedy once said, "Tragedy is a tool for the living to gain wisdom, not a guide by which to live."
Let your heart feel for the affliction and distress of everyone.
Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. Charles Chaplin.
Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing that you think you cannot do."
A man is known by the silence he keeps. Oliver Hefford.
Life is about choices. Some we regret, some we're proud of. We are what we choose to be.
The most authentic thing about us is our capacity to create, to overcome, to endure, to transform, to love, and to be greater than our suffering, than Okri.
Peace demands the most heroic labor and the most difficult sacrifice. It demands greater heroism than war. It demands greater fidelity to the truth and a much more perfect purity of conscience. Thomas Merton.
Words mean more than what is written down on paper. It takes the human voice to infuse them with a deeper meaning.
Maya Angelou once said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said. They will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel."
Mahatma Gandhi once said, "All throughout history there have been tyrants and murderers, and for the time they can seem invincible, but in the end they always fall. Always."
You do not need to know precisely what is happening, or exactly where it's all going. What you need is to recognize the possibilities and challenges offered by the present moment, and embrace them with courage, faith, and hope. Thomas Merton.
It isn't enough to talk about peace. One must believe it. And it isn't enough to believe it. One must work on it.